Hello and welcome to another edition of Blues News. You know, to tens of thousands around the world, the Biscuit has been an annual pilgrimage. Guitarist Andy T says the Biscuit is like going home. He's been coming here since the 90s. He played the festival with the guitar Shorty in 2001 and was invited to sit in with Anson Thunderbro in 2011. He's back this year with Nick Nixon, who will take part in the call and response symposium that will be hosted. Saturday morning, Anson produced two recent Andy T. Nick Nixon band albums on Delta Groove Records. Drink, Drank, Drunk includes Drink, Drink, Drunk. Drink, Drank, Drunk. That's the name of the album. It includes No End to the Blues, and Nick co-wrote that with Shorty Moore. Elvis Presley's guitarist. A native of Nashville, Nixon played with Rufus Thomas and nearby Fort Campbell back in the day, and that's where he met the young Jimi Hendrix in 1962. We thought Jimmy had made a lot of mistakes, but says Nick, but the young guitarist, of course, he was playing in tune. But it was wild, man. He wasn't afraid to ask someone, how'd you do that? He'd get different licks from other folks like local Jefferson Street band legend Johnny Jones, or people like this, and ask them how they do this. He'd pull it all together and come up with the weirdest thing. There are nearly 100 featured acts on 4 stages, including such big names as James Cotton, Delbert McClinton, Jimmy Venbo, and the Black Italians. But the soul of the historic 3-day event is in the untold backstories of the musicians who play their hearts out in the street and in the alleys like Nick Nixon. Nixon grew up in West Nashville company apartment without running water or electricity. Rent was $1 a week. Every Sunday he rode the bus with his parents to a sanctified church in South Nashville where they spoke in tongues and sang the gospel. He learned to sing opera in high school, but was drawn to the rock and roll he heard with his parents' battery-operated portable radio, and began to sing with groups he met on the Jefferson Street blues scene. I fell right into it because I ran around with a lot of guys who were blues singers and rockers, but I got most of my feel from the church. Jefferson Street was where the black musicians played. When we joined the integrated band, the Scepters, he played the clubs in other parts of the city where he loved playing. His music, but he couldn't get waited on as a black person. His first wife was white, and they had to travel to Utica, New York to get married because interracial marriage was illegal in Tennessee. And the Andy T. Nick Nixon band performed at Nashville Blues Society Showcase at B.B. King's in Memphis. During this year's International Blues Challenge, it was the most heartfelt performance I had heard out of hundreds of blues that performed that weekend. The Biscuit's roots run deep, taking in its name from B.B. King, the King Biscuit Flower, the King Biscuit Time radio show that began broadcasting in Helena's KFFA in 1941. B.B. King would listen to Sonny Boy Williamson perform live on the air daily. His lunch break was at his lunch break as a sharecropper. Okay, that's the end. Thank y'all. That's the end of Blues News for now. We'll catch you all later.